Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Salam alaikum, my secondary students. Welcome to a new lesson for your book, The Traveler 3. And as you can see, today we have reading, vocabulary, and grammar. We will learn today, as you can see, we have three objectives. One, practice reading and identifying the main idea of the text. Two, practice using verbs plus prepositions in a controlled environment. And number three, practice using the past simple. So for number one, we're going to read and then find the main idea of the text. Also, we have some vocabulary related to the text. Two, we're going to remember how we use verbs and prepositions like go in, look after, talk about, etc. And finally, we're going to remember the simple past or the past simple compared to the present simple. If you take a look at the right to the photo here, and the question is, what do you see? Some would say smoke, but actually it's colors. So you see the red, the orange, the yellow, the green, the blue, and the purple. These are colors, and they have meanings. So I'm going to read for you about colors in different countries and how they have different meanings in different cultures also. You probably know that color can influence your mood and feelings. But did you know the colors mean different things in different cultures? Take the color white, for example. In Western culture, white represents goodness and purity, while in Asian cultures, white is associated with funerals and mourning. In China, red is the color of good luck and prosperity. On the other hand, in Western world, red represents danger, which is why warning signs and road signs are often red. So you see these two words in red. Also, we're going to need them. Moreover, about colors, I'm going to read for you in other cultures and how, different colors have different meanings in different cultures. In the past, the Cherokee Indians of North America used to associate color with the four directions. That is, blue represents north, white represented south, and red represented east, and black represented west. These four colors had other meanings too. Blue meant defeat, white meant happiness, red meant success, and black meant death. The Cherokees also used colored beads to achieve certain goals. For example, they associated red beads with good health. Green is one of the few colors that most cultures view as being a positive color. So here's a quick tip. When answering questions which refer to the whole text, make sure you choose the option that describes the text as a whole, not only part of it. So when you have some comprehension question about some reading, try to find the answers that can tell you or related to everything in the text or as a whole. Now, we have two questions here about what we read. One, read the article quickly and choose the most appropriate title. Was it A, B, or C? And then we have another question. What are the meanings of the following words? And we need this box to match it with 1 to 5. So for the first one, let's choose a title. We have three suggested titles. A, the power of color, the meaning of colors in different cultures. B, colors, choosing the right ones for success. C, the meaning of colors in the past. You agree with me that A is the best title for this reading, because we did not only, talk about colors, about, the right ones for success and the right ones which not for success. We talked about different things. And C also is not recommended because it's not only about the meaning of the colors in the past. It's about cultures from the past and to the present. So therefore, A is the best answer. The power of color and how it affects our moods and how it has different meanings, in different places, in different cultures, in different societies. Now we have a matching, question, which is from 1 to 5. We have influence, associated, represented, achieve, and view. And these words are taken from the reading. And to the right in the box, we have from A to E. A, sorry, connect. B, succeed in doing something. C, consider. D, have an effect on. And E, mean. So number one, to influence somebody is A, B, C, D, or E, which is D, influence someone to have an effect on something or someone. So number one goes to D. Two, associated, which means connected. So two goes for A. And represented for three, mean, achieve, succeed in doing something, and finally view, which is the last one, mean. Sorry, the last one is consider. So influence has have an effect or has an effect on somebody or something. Associated, connected, represented, mean, achieve, succeed in doing something, and view, consider. If we move on to remember how do we use verbs with propositions, we have some verbs like look, refer, and associated. So look takes a proposition, look alone, and look for, it means search. Now refer to, sign to. Associated and associated with, it means connected with something else. So look for is different from look in or look after. This preposition changes the meaning of the verb. So many verbs are followed by prepositions. Sometimes more than one preposition can be correct depending on the use of the verb. For example, he recovered. If you add preposition from his illness, now it has like he healed from his illness. He recovered from his illness. We have a bunch of phrasal verbs, the verbs that come with prepositions. For example, we have listen to and explain to. I like listening to rock music. Can you explain this to me? Also, wait, pay, and ask for. Wait for, pay for, and ask for. We also have about with verbs like talk about, know about, speak about. And also the preposition at, look at, arrive at, and point at something. Now let's take all these verbs and try to link them to the prepositions here. The first menu here or column is the preposition from. So which verbs here go with the preposition from, and which verbs here go with the preposition with, and finally the rest will go with the preposition to. And sometimes more than one can be possible. Complete the chart with the verbs in the box. Some may be followed by more than one preposition. And in the box we have argue, listen, fight, refer, agree, belong, suffer, associated, choose, die, cooperate, link, speak, escape, and recover. So let's put first the verbs that go with the preposition from. So we say suffer from, die from, escape from, and choose from, and recover from. And with the verbs that go with the preposition with, argue with, cooperate with, agree with, associate it with, and fight with. And finally the rest, refer to, listen to, link to, belong to, and speak to. And here are the answers. So all these verbs either go with from, or with, or to, and each one of them will have a different meaning. Now let's put uh, the spaces, or let's complete the sentences below using the verbs and proposition from the exercise above or the previous exercise. We had too many verbs that come with different propositions like from, with, and to. So what do we need here? We need to fill in a space. The book is about how two men escaped from prison. So the book is about how two men escape from the prison. Two, many people allergies in the spring. You see people sneeze, have runny nose or red noses. This is we call allergy, and also they cough and they have problem breathing, especially when there is dust in the air. So many people suffer from allergies in the spring. Three, Kareem, I think we should go by train. So I agree with, or I don't agree with Kareem. I think we should go by the train or by train. Four, who does this jacket belong to? Belong to. It means who's the owner of the jacket. And five, when students work together on projects, they learn how to each other. So they learn how to cooperate with each other. They learn how to cooperate with each other. And here are the answers. The first one, escape from. Two, suffer from. Three, agree or don't agree with. Belong to. Four. Five, cooperate with. Now let's remember the simple past. The simple past, we use it to talk about something happened once in the past. Like I went to Jeddah last year, or I bought a car in 2005, and so on. And most of the time you have adverbs like last week, last month, last year, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, yesterday, in 2007, in 2010, and so on. So here are some examples of simple past. I meet. We can't say I meet. Meet is a regular verb, so we say I met my wife in 1983. So meet, met in the past, and it's a regular verb. We went to Spain for holidays because it's go is a regular verb. So in the past, we change go into went. Also, we use it for something that happened again and again or over and over in the past. Like we swam a lot while we were on holiday, and the verb, which is irregular, swim, swam, swam. Two, they always enjoyed visiting their parents, so this happened over and over again. And the verb enjoy is regular verb because it's always ed in the past. And also we use it for something that was true for some time in the past. Like I lived abroad for 10 years. The verb live also is a regular verb. Live, lived, lived. Two, she played a lot of tennis when she was younger. Play is also a regular verb. Played, played. Now, let's compare the simple past with the simple present. Let's compare the simple past with the simple present. In the present, you have the first example with I, we, you, they. We just put the verb. I live, we live, you live, they live. But also in the simple present, with he, she, it, we say he lives, she lives, it lives. So you live in Spain. But in the past, the verb live is regular, so we make it, or we change it into simple past. We add ed because it's regular verb. So you live in Spain, you lived in Spain. This is in the past. Also in the present, if you start the sentence with he, she, it, or Ali, Sarah, the cat, it's the same. You have to add s to the verb, and this is in the present. He lives in Spain. If you change it into the past, so he left Spain, now he does not live in Spain, so you say he lived in Spain. And also live is a regular verb, so we change it into ed, he lived in Spain. So the verb only changes in affirmative sentences. Now, for the negative, compared between, if we compare the present with the past, for the present we use don't or doesn't, okay? With I, we, you, they, we say I don't, we don't, you don't, they don't. With he, she, it, we say he doesn't, she doesn't, it doesn't. And the verb, no more s, it goes back infinitive. So you don't live in Spain. But if past, we don't use don't or doesn't. We use for I, we, you, they, he, she, it, all of them, did not. And also the verb after did not goes back into infinitive or present. So you don't live in Spain, this is negative in the present. You didn't live in Spain, also this is negative in the past. And for the questions, we use do or did. It's the same in the negative to talk about, the rest of the part or the second part of the grammar rule of the simple present. You say he doesn't live, he didn't live. It's the same like don't, but here we use doesn't with he, she, and it. And always in the negative, the verb has no s in the present, and after didn't in the past, the verb goes back into infinitive or present. You don't say he didn't live. This is Arabic. He didn't went. No, he didn't live. He didn't go. Okay? Now for the question, if you want to make direct questions, in the present, we use do. For I, we, you, they, do you, do I, do they, do we. And in the present also, for he, she, it, we use does. Does he live? Does she live? Does it live? And of course, after does, also there is no s. We don't say does he lives? No. Does he live? Do you live? Do I live? Do they live? Do we live in Spain? But in the past, we don't use do. We use did for both. Did you go? Did she go? Did he go? Did he play? Did we play? Did I play? Did they play? And always after did, either in the question or in the negative, after did, the verb goes back infinitive or present. We don't say did he lived? No. Did he live? Okay? So in negative sentences and the questions, the verb does not change, the base form of the verb infinitive. So you don't say did he lived? No, this is Arabic. In English we say did he live? Does he live? He doesn't live. He didn't live. Now let's put this into practice and choose the correct verb of a form. So we have 1, 2, 3. Each one has two verbs to put here. So you can say he out his wallet and the bill. We need to put two verbs here. Number 2, when she to the interview, she her best outfit. Also we need two verbs here. And number 3, they the motorway and for an hour on a quiet country roads. So number 1, it's better to say he took out his wallet and paid the bill. So took is the past of take and paid is the past of pay, and both are irregular verbs. So he took out his wallet and paid the bill. 2, when she to the interview, she her best outfit. So when she went to the interview, she wore her best outfit. So the verb went is the past of go. If you say go at present, so we are here in the past, we say went. And wore is the past of the verb wear. So number 3, also we still have two verbs. They left the motorway and drove for an hour on quiet country roads. So drove is the past of drive, and left is the past of live. Leave. So we have leave, left, take, took, wear, wore, pay, paid, drive, drove, go, went. And here are the answers. Okay, so we're coming to the end of the lesson today. So what we have learned today, that when answering question or questions which refer to the whole text, make sure you choose the option that describes the text as a whole, not part of it. So you read the whole text, you understand the text, and if you have a question, try to find or to choose the answer that speaks about the whole text, not part of it. And we had some good, vocabulary, influence, have an effect on. Associate means connect, represented mean achieve, succeed in doing something, and view, consider. Also, we had a list of verbs that go with prepositions from, list of verbs that go with the preposition with, a list of verbs that go with the preposition to. So we say suffer from, die from, escape from, choose from, recover from, argue with, cooperate with, agree with, associate with, fight with. And for the to menu or column, we say refer to, listen to, link to, belong to, speak to. And finally, we talked about the simple past is used to talk about something that started and finished at a definite time in the past. And always with, at the end, you will find, adverbs that help you, like yesterday, last week, last night, last year, last month, last weekend, or in 2007, 2010. This all indicates that this is the simple past. And for negative, we say he didn't go. And for the question, did he go? These are the references and resources for you. You may like to check them out for extra activity. And finally, for more information and lessons, you can visit our website, ain.agu.com. You can follow us on Twitter for more news and information, or call us on this number for any inquiry or any technical help. Thank you for watching this, and I hope to see you again with a good health. Until then, Assalamu alaikum.